Could this be one of the craziest races of all time? Yes, Saudi Arabia 2021 saw Max and Lewis go hammer and tongs in a classic. Everything seemed fine and dandy. Max was third, Lewis was first, all until lap 10, where, not for the first time, Mick Schumacher would be at the scene of the crime. Mercedes at this point decided to double stack, whereas Max stayed out. Enter Michael Massey, who decided 3 laps later that the wall needed fixing.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
At this point, all I can say is Max decides to turn into the devil. At the restart, Max does his trademark dive bomb, causing himself to stay in front of Lewis, but also Esteban Ocon to go into the lead. Now, another red flag is caused with action behind, Perez getting caught up in a crash, and Nikita Mazepin again in a massive shunt. At this point, we get to see the greatest ever game show in F1 history, Deal or No Deal, presented to you by Michael Massey. Essentially, Michael Massey offers Red Bull the opportunity to drop down to third for the restart instead of a time penalty, which he probably should have got, allowing him to start third on the grid behind Lewis and Ocon. And to be fair to Max, he made light work of it, getting into the lead fairly and leading Ocon into turn 2 and Lewis ending up third. Here's where it gets absolutely bonkers. After dispatching of Ocon, Hamilton now sets his sight on Max and goes to pass him. Max does Max things, Now, this leads to Max being ordered to give the place back, and half him being silly buggers, half him being quite smart. You're never quite sure with Max. The two of them end up colliding after Max brake tests Lewis Hamilton. Ordered again to give the place back, and now with a 5-second penalty in his pocket, Max Verstappen lets Lewis Hamilton through and then immediately overtakes him, forcing him wide as well. A lap later, he'd let him pass, and Lewis would go on to win that race with half a front wing, but also the fastest lap in his pocket, meaning that Max and Lewis would end up on equal points, heading into the most uncontroversial and fair ending to a Formula 1 season ever at Abu Dhabi 2021.